right, good day to you all. I hope you're doing well. I think I'm ready for this one, but am I ever really ready? Not really. There's always something I'm forgetting, but... So, you just watched the intro. I haven't seen these yet. Hopefully they look good. I was kind of excited about these. If I can get it open. It's just the box underneath it. I don't want to stab the box. So I'm kind of excited about all the winter footwear. That's one advantage I have to living up in Michigan, is I get to enjoy all of the cold weather footwear that these companies are putting out. And as the season is changing, I am slowly sliding into said footwear, and this is a model. I was just on Merrell the other day, carousing the web looking for footwear that I may or may not buy, and Merrell's always doing good sales. They're all overpriced, but fortunately they do good sales. So I saw this model, and it was like 40% off, so I figured, why not? Oh, it's already got some compression wear on it right there. So these have been worn and returned. But I thought these looked nice. They looked relative to the Unforgettables that I've been really enjoying lately. So I thought I would grab these and check them out. They look a little small though. But I don't know any specs about the pricing and stuff, so we'll find that out in one moment. In fact, we can go and check those out. Check that info out in a moment when I stop nitpicking these. But they look all right. I think they're overpriced for what they offer. It's a very simple construction, but these might be kind of nice. One thing about this model is, what's the name of it for the title? This is the Hut Mock 2 Slide Cozy in the beaver. I almost got the green, but the Unforgettables are in the green, so I figured I would do something different. And the beaver looked all right. It looked a little more like yellowish on the website. Looked more like a hay color, which is why I didn't get it initially, or almost didn't get it. But this doesn't look too bad. It's a little more neutral. It's not as yellow as it looks on the website. But all right, I'm already rambling, and it's the intro. Let's go look at these online. Let's see what they have to say online. So Merrell has all kinds of different Hut Mock models. They have just the classic Hut Mock. I can record this too while I'm talking about it. That way we've got some B-roll footage. Alright, so they've got the classic Hut Mock, which is pretty much the same midsole, outsole, but it has like a quilted upper to it. It reminds me of that Puff Mock that Crocs makes, only this looks a little nicer. I wasn't super impressed with that Puff Mock. It's kind of cheap. The footbed was lacking. It didn't have much comfort. And then they also have these look fancy. Hut Mock 2 Leisure. It's like a leather moccasin. Those are on sale too, but that's like 80 bucks. 1 TRL. Those look nice. It's like an actual mock. And then they've got the Cozy, which is the one that we got. They also have a packable one, which has a zipper around it. You can zip the two together, which I guess would be nice for like backpacking. But whoa, that's weird looking. All right, I'll try to focus here. So here's the Cozy. This is the one I got in the beaver. It also has Sequoia, which is like a brown, like an amber brown. And then the Viridian, that's the one I almost got. It's like a green, like a bluish green. And then they have a blue called C. It's like a more almost like a violet, like a navy, like a dark blue, like a purplish blue. But they retail for $85 and they are on sale for $49.99. And it's the Hot Mach 2 Slide Cozy. All right, let's see what they have to say. Details. Elevate your casual look with the Hot Mach 2 slipper, an easy slip-on shoe featuring recycled Sherpa that transforms this lifestyle staple into cozy, fun footwear. Recycled Sherpa upper, recycled fleece lining, recycled mesh footbed cover, 30% recycled integrated EVA foam insole. Bloom Performance Foam is made of algae biomass, transforming green water into clean water in the process. Lightweight EVA foam midsole for stability and comfort. Outsole grade EVA for weight-saving grip. Vegan friendly. And a half pair weighs 5.64 ounces. Or 160 grams, in case you needed that information for the backpackers. All right, and that is all. So let's go take a look at them in hand. All right, so we've got a lot of recycled Sherpa, they said. And fleece liner, which is pretty nice. They said there was a mesh footbed cover. Maybe that's the fleece liner. Or maybe that's the mesh. That's more of a canvas. Who knows? I already forgot half that stuff. But they're using the biomass, the biomass, the bloom. Yeah, I think I said biomass. I don't remember. The bloom. They're using the bloom again. These look small and very narrow. I don't think these are gonna fit me. So of course, since they've got the bloom, they've got the fish egg, alien egg outsole design going. It looks like there's a little bit of that foam spray in the middle here. They're probably doing the same thing that Crocs is doing. A viewer informed me that that light coating that they're putting on the Crocs now, like right here on the Kennys, you can see that fuzz they're putting on it. That is to avoid the import taxes. So by them doing that, it reclassifies it as a slipper. I'm guessing there's some classification of slippers having a fabric outsole. So then by them adding this very fine fuzz spray to the bottom, it reclassifies it as a slipper, and they can avoid the sneaker tax, the sneaker tariff. So I'm wondering if Merrell's doing the same thing with these. But they look nice. They look small, though. Make sure they sent me the right ones. Yeah, I got a 12. But, alright, pretty casual looking. I kind of like the minimalism. I'm not sure about this line here, though. I don't know. It just, it kind of breaks up that form. I would almost rather have it just solid instead of that line. That gives me like a loafer feel to it. I don't know. And it creates a separation between these two. So whatever. Moving forward, we've got that canvas strip around the edge here, which will help reinforce the toe. I've noticed most like mock designs, they have some sort of reinforcement in the toe, but it's like integrated. Whereas with these, you can actually see it. You can see the reinforcement. It's a little more substantial. There's our sizing. We can't really get a look at the footbed. We can try. Yeah, it's hard to see. So it's probably pretty flat. It feels pretty flat. It feels very narrow. I don't think these are gonna fit me. But whatever. I put them on the credit card. I had a little money left on that. There's our Merrell logo. It's very soft. But I think that's it. There's really not a lot to look at in hand on these, so I won't waste more of your time. Let's go forward and put these on foot and see how small they fit. Alright, not gonna lie, these are a little lackluster, just visually. They look a little drab. Just compared to my Unforgettables, bro. Being able to put gibbets on stuff, it just adds so much like flair to your footwear. So it's hard to top that. Yeah, these are narrow. The sizing isn't terrible, but these are narrow. These are very narrow. I probably won't keep these. They're too narrow for my feet. I feel it kind of compressing my my forefoot, like my toes. It's kind of like compressing all of those bones a little bit together. It's not allowing my toes to splay out. These are small too. These do run small. If you're looking at getting them, boy, these are narrow, uncomfortably so. Like I don't even have enough space on the footbed. Like my forefoot is kind of hanging over right here. This is going to be a quick review. The Sherpa's nice, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all these have going for them. If you have very narrow feet and you want like a nice versatile slipper, that's kind of how I see the Unforgettables, and that's why I got these, like I mentioned, because I like this concept of having a good outsole to it, like a standard outsole with like a slipper upper to it. I just really like this concept and like this design. It's very casual, it's very comfy, but you can wear it wherever. It's like the cherry on the top of the pajama pants wardrobe, you know? So I was kind of going for that same vibe with these. I was like, oh, cool, we've got our cozy top with our rugged outsole. It's like the mullet of footwear, you know? It's business up front, party out back. So it's like, we'll call these the mullets, the mullet shoes, mullet footwear. Having a good outsole to it with like a slipper upper, the mullet. If I ever create my own footwear company, I will make a pair of these and we will call them the mullet. But anyways, back to these. The length is short. My toe's right at the end. So I am an 11 and a half. I usually am okay with going with 12s with Merrell, but these are short. I probably, if I wanted these, I would go up to a 13. So if you're on a whole size, go up one full size. If you're on a half size, you might want to go up a size and a half, depending on how wide your foot is. So they're narrow, and you'd probably gain a little more width too if you went up in size. So width and length, I recommend going up for sure. So they feel pretty warm already on foot. Let's do some walking. But yeah, these are too narrow for my feet. They are a little slippery, having that little fabric spray on the back of it, on the outsole. Oh, why am I turning that off? I just turned it back on. So I just feel that on the wood floor. They're a little slick. Not a lot to grip. The footbed is very flat too. These don't really have any like standard Merrell support to them. That's one thing that I usually appreciate with Merrell is the footbed. They usually have a little more arch support, a little more ergos going on, and these are flat. These are like a flat slipper, which I don't know why you wouldn't. Like if you're gonna have this EVA outsole and stuff, like why not add like a good footbed to it? Why keep it flat like a slipper? Because in my mind, when they do these flat slippers, it's because the insole is usually just like a flat cardboard composite or foam composite, and they just go cheap with it. But if you're gonna go ahead and add this outsole to it, like why not give it a substantial footbed and insole and ergos to it. So here's that puff mock I was telling you about from Crocs, which is like their other like quilted version of these, but I don't wear these. They look good, but it's the same issue with these. These are actually wider. These aren't as narrow as those, but they're very flat. They really don't have much going on with the footbed. It's just a flat insole to them, and they're just not that comfy. They're not that warm either, but these have that toe reinforcement I was telling you about, but it's like embedded in it. You can feel this like ribbon in there of like a harder material, like rippling. But Yeah, I would rather wear these than these. These are just way too narrow for my feet. Not good, Merrell. These are, I don't recommend these. I don't recommend them unless you've got really narrow feet. They probably fit the ladies better, I imagine. But, because that's kind of how they feel. They feel like it's like a more feminine dimensions regarding its width and stuff. So, these aren't, I don't like these. I do not like these. They look okay from top down. Let's get some download footage real quick and then I'll wrap this up. Alright, I was actually excited about these, man. Just how much I've been loving those Unforgettables. But I would just get those if you're looking at getting something. If you're looking at getting a mullet shoe, mullet footwear, just get the Unforgettables. They're a lot better than these. They've got a lot better support on the footbed too on the Unforgettables. It's not just flat. They've got like a nice padded insole in them. But yeah, these are too small. Too small and uncomfortable. Too small, too narrow, and not comfy. But they're probably okay as far as the warmth goes. Like they do feel cozy. That Sherpa on top is pretty cozy. And it feels like it would breathe pretty well too. So I don't see these being sweaty at all. But these really don't have much going on with them. Don't have a lot of positives going for them. So these will go back. Bummer, dude. Bummer. I was excited for these, and I am sadly disappointed. So, the heel isn't very captured, you can see. You got some good heel rise, almost like a slide. But that upper is very, very soft on foot. Like, it doesn't feel... Oh, I don't know. It doesn't feel bad. Like this part, this is nice. They did a good job with the upper, but everything else from this line down is needs work. Let's bring out the Hut Mock 3 cozy, and I'm assuming if all these Hut Mocks are just like subtle variations, the rest of them probably have the same footbed. So it's not very Merrell-like just to have a flat footbed. Like I said, they usually do a good job with their footbeds. But I'm good on those. We won't put those back on ever again. Alright, I think that's everything. If anything else comes to mind, I'll add some other clips or some notes. So, let's do the outro. All right, so the Merrell Hut Mock 2 Cozy. Is that what they're called? Yeah, Hut Mock 2 Cozy Slide. Hut Mock 2 Slide Cozy. I'm not a fan of these. Unfortunately, they had good intentions with their design, but poor execution. I think they could have done a little more. They could have went wider, and they could have added like actual ergos to the footbed instead of just having it flat. So I don't know at what point in time someone decided that slippers needed to be flat, because they don't. You can have arch support in them, and I encourage it. So these are just small. I think if they were more true to size, then all of the dimensions would be a little bit better. But just the fact that these kind of run small, like these fit like a 10.5 kind of, 10.5, 11. So if that is your size, 10.5 or 11, go with the 12s. But not a lot of redeeming qualities with these. I don't really recommend them. And I really don't have anything else to say about them. They're warm, the top is nice, but everything else needs a little more TLC, a little more work, a little more effort. And I guess they're kind of worth the sale price, but they're way overpriced if you pay retail for these. I think they retail for like $85 or something, which is obnoxious. I've spoken about how expensive Merrell is and how I don't feel that their retail is justified with what they offer. Sometimes, like the one TRL, those shoes I have, those are really nice. But these are expensive too. These are like $110, $105 or something. Or maybe they're cheaper. Maybe they're like $90. But they're still expensive. So anyways, I'm just rambling at this point. So that's it. That's all I have to say about these. Kind of crappy. I can show you the size difference between these two though, because these are 12s and these are 12s. What's wrong with this picture? There. So come on, let's have some consistency, bros, between your models with your sizing. Those 1TRLs are so nice and wide too. It's like I said, I think they wanted to do like a multi-gender footwear, and they just kept it narrow for the ladies, but it's not accommodating for the men unless you substantially size up. But all right, that's it. I'm just repeating myself. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave your thoughts and comments below regarding these Hot Mock 2 slide cozies. All right, thanks. Take care. See you in the next one, whatever that may be. I don't have anything on order right now, so I get paid next week though. So I'll start buying again. See ya.